Hi, this is Julie Miller with the fourth of a 5-part short video series on the new Infinite Campus Teacher Messenger tool. This fourth video addresses the Custom Teacher Message tool. What the Teacher Messenger is for a teacher to send a generalized message from that teacher to a student and or their guardians. For example, a teacher might send a message for a change in a given assignment, or an important note from class, or to bring something to class. It's basically anything that you want to send out to alert your parents, guardians, students about something related to the class. So what's nice about the Teacher Messenger tool is that it uses the stored email addresses and portal inbox addresses of all of your students and guardians. That way it saves you time and that you don't have to gather parent email addresses because they're already in Infinite Campus. So let's take a look and see how this customized Teacher Messenger works. I'm logged in as a teacher and I'll click Instruction, Messenger, Teacher Messenger. Over here on the right, let's just close this up a little bit so you can see more specifically what we're doing here. All right, so I'm going to leave it set as user because this is my message. We'll talk about templates at the end, and now we have to craft the message and decide who it's going to be sent to. So we have a choice of guardians or students, and if we want, we can select both in the list right here, because all of the people who end up in this right-hand list will be the people who get the message. So right now it's set to display the guardians. And if I want, I can hand pick certain guardians and bring them over to the recipients list, or I can select all of them, and then if I want to remove a couple, I can do that too. So let's remove all and get all of them back on here. Now the students, if you want to send just to students, let's remove all of the parents, click students, and now same thing. You can hand pick certain students, or you can select all and bring them over. Now what would happen if you want to send the message to guardians and students? That's not a problem. You simply do them one at a time. So if I start with the guardians here and click select all, they all come over to the right. Then when I switch it to students and say select all, notice how they got added to the list. Here is the beginning of the students here. Oops, sorry, here we go, right there. There's where the students start. So this list contains all of my guardians and my students. All right, so now I go down below and decide, do I want the message to be sent to their portal inbox, to their email address that's stored inside Infinite Campus, or both? So I make my selections here. The sender's email will always say no reply because it's being sent from the general system. But don't worry, because whatever you add to your subject line, your teacher name will get added to the end of the subject line to let the parents and students know who sent the message. So for example, let's say we're going to send out a homework alert for English class. Again, I don't need to put my teacher name here because it will be added automatically. So now down below you have what they call a WYSIWYG editor. What you see is what you get. So I can type just like I'm in Microsoft Word. Dear students, actually I think I can just paste that in there really quick to save time. And because I can use it much like Word, I can change the font size, I can change the font color. Okay, I can change the font type. So basically, go ahead and play around with some options. I'll switch it back to Arial here. All right, now a couple of other things that are interesting about how the Teacher Messenger works is the power of this tool comes from this icon right here. Notice it says Insert Edit Campus Field. If you want, you can pull stored data from Infinite Campus to use in your message. Let me explain what I mean. So right now I've written this Infinite Campus teacher message is to alert all students in Miss Miller's X class. Whoops, let me get that back here. Well, right now, instead of me typing the name of the class, I can simply go up here, click the Campus Field tool, scroll down to the teacher messenger fields and notice that I can pull my course name, my teacher name, and the link to the portal all from here. So I'm going to click course name, close out, and see how it will automatically add my class name right there. Do make sure that you build in the space before and after the field. All right, if I want to say for further information or for further homework information, please log into your child's portal at, and then I can insert the portal URL right there. Click OK, and there it will put the portal URL. Okay, don't forget to put the period at the end. All right, now I can also take advantage of the automated teacher field. Sincerely, and then go up here, click the icon, scroll down to the teacher messenger area. There's my teacher name. Click that, click OK, and it will automatically insert my name. Now those are just 3 examples of fields that you can automatically add. There are many other fields. The chances of many of our teachers using some of the fields that are in these other Infinite Campus areas are probably not very high, but they are available. Some of the more common ones would include the student number, last name, first name, kid's middle name, birth date is available, their grade, for example, their age, for example. Some of those might be involved in some messages. So if you don't feel that any of the fields apply to your message, that's fine. You don't have to use any of them. Probably the most commonly used fields, if at all, would be these listed under Teacher Messenger. All right, so I've got my message. I've got it formatted exactly the way that I want it. And now I can go down here, and if I would like to add an attachment, I certainly can. Keep in mind that whatever attachment you upload here will be sent to all of the recipients that you have designated up here. Listed on the website will be a separate list of all of the acceptable attachments that you can pull, because there are, of course, file size limits. So look on the school website for a listing of what are acceptable attachments that can be uploaded. All right, you can choose the delivery date and the delivery time, and it is considered excellent practice to leave yourself a buffer of time. Don't just leave it at the time that it is on the clock right now. So if it's at 1:54 right now, it's probably not a bad idea to leave yourself a cushion. Oh, in this case, let's leave ourselves about a half-hour cushion, and we'll have it set at 2:30 p.m. What's nice about leaving yourself a cushion is that if you change your mind, want to tweak the message above, or ask the tech support staff for help in trying to cancel the message, you have a little bit of time to do that before it gets sent out. All right, the most important item here is don't click preview send right away. Give yourself the advantage of testing the message out by sending it to yourself first. So I'll type my own email address, click send test. It tells me it was sent successfully, and now I can go and check to see what it looks like in my own email inbox. And that way, if I like what I see, I know that I can confidently send the message. So here's the sample, homework alert, and I can double check, is this exactly what I want? Sure, it has this, it has my name automatically added as the teacher, and okay, well, you know, right now I don't like the fact that the font size is a little smaller than the first, so now I can go back and tweak that. If it does look exactly the way you want it, then you can go ahead and close this out. Go back to Infinite Campus. If you have thought that the test worked out, now you can click preview and send. At this point, oh, looks like we don't have any recipients. Let me quickly troubleshoot that. Okay, we've got that troubleshooted. You can see here that the recipients are listed. It was just a quick little glitch that I reboot solved, no problem. So we have a recipient list of 56 recipients. If I want, I can review the recipients, And it tells me here, for example, if the student Kelsey, that she will be receiving the message in her process inbox. And then we have here, it looks like this is mom and dad, and they'll be receiving it in their inboxes as well as their email address. All right, so you can make any modifications here that you like, save and return, and then at that point when you click send the message, that alert that you crafted yourself will go out to their portal inboxes and or their email addresses as designated under the recipients list. So this is a really great way to quickly send a message. I'm just going to cancel out here. Quickly send a message to parents and guardians about class news, class changes, updates, etc. If you have a favorite message that you wrote that you know you're going to be using a lot, you can save that as a template up here in the template section. So if I click save, just before I click save, it's a good idea to clear out the time field. That way your template is saved without a specific time. Okay, you could even clear out the date as well. So now I can click save and call this template assignment update. And that way every time I have an assignment update, I kind of have half the message crafted for myself already. Okay, so that's the Teacher Messenger tool. And at this point, you are ready to go with using the Teacher Messenger tool.